Hi, this is Matthew with the Everybody Community podcast. It's Save the World podcast is the name of the podcast. And what I want to share with you today, some information about primitive superstitions. Now, I just looked on the internet to see what some of them that are listed. One of them is knocking on wood. Are you familiar with that? If you feel like you said something um, predicting positive outcome, but you're not sure about that, so you knock on wood. I don't know. Does it work? Throwing salt over your shoulder. Here's another one. Throwing salt over your shoulder. Okay, let's stop that a lot. What else? Walking under a ladder. I learned all of these as I was growing up in Chicago and in Los Angeles. Breaking a mirror. There's another one. How about step on a crack, break your mother's back? Lucky pennies. If you find a penny, that's lucky. Horseshoes are lucky. Friday the 13th is supposed to be an unlucky day. I never found it to be so. Black cats. If a black cat crosses your path, cross your fingers. Have your fingers crossed, hoping for good luck. Chewing gum at night. I never heard that one. Have you? The number 4. Now, that's especially common in Chinese culture because the number 4 is similar to the word death. So if you want to say somebody died, you'd say 死了. If you want to say the number 4, you would say 死. So these are two different tones that are distinctive, but they sound similar, especially to people that are not speakers of Chinese, of Mandarin Chinese. So this is something that you got to be careful of when you're in China. I don't know this one. Writing love letters to Juliet Capulet. I don't even know. This is about Shakespeare. Sorry, I have not been educated in the classics. Curse of the Evil Eye, another one that I don't know. I guess that's in the Mediterranean. Tucking thumbs inside of a cemetery. This is in Japan. Giving yellow flowers. That's something in Russia you don't do. Sweeping feet. That's something in South America. Itchy palms. That's in the Caribbean. I also know that a lot of religions are actually filled with ancient, primitive superstitions going back thousands of years. So believing that a savior is going to come and save you, or believing that, your God is the only God. And although there's never any evidence for this, these gods never ever show up. And there's never any difference between praying to the God or cursing the God. And when I reached the age of 25, I realized that the different gods that I had been worshiping in my life, the different cults that I had dedicated my life to and given my all to, sold everything, gave up, and I found that those were absolutely not true at all. But very few people actually do that. Most of the people, I think we've got about 1 billion Muslims on Earth. Some of them are extreme, and some of them are barely ever do their prayers. And same thing with Christians. There's about 1 billion Christians. Some people identify as Christians. Some people don't really practice Christianity, and some are religious fanatics. They're extremists. Of all these people in the world, basically what they do is they base their ideology on some kind of fantasy. Maybe it could be equivalent to the tooth fairy. Now, the distinction about some primitive beliefs, some primitive superstitions where people are actually trying to talk to a ghost, kind of like Biden shaking hands with nobody there. People talk to ghosts, or people talk to somebody they think is there, even though there's absolutely never been any evidence whatsoever that invisible being exists. The great thing about it is you can say, okay, disprove him, say he's not there. So people continue to believe in that. They use that excuse. But these primitive beliefs are really common, even when it comes to breaking a mirror, or it comes to a black cat crossing your path. I think all of us can be sensitive to these, but if we believe in these to the extent where it alters our life, where it neuters us so that we don't do anything good in the world. We're not trying to make the world a better place, where we're staying inside of our cult and we're isolating and we're being tribal, where we think that we're actually the chosen people of one of these sky daddies. This is when we go too far, and this is destroys the fabric of society. Because when you have these special privileged ideas, when your ideology separates you from others and makes you impotent when it comes to helping out and being part of society, viewing others as equals, caring about the people that are underserved, the people that are living on the street, the people that need attention and love and help. How about those 14,000 children that die every day? If you think that sitting and reading a holy book or going to meetings and talking about your dogma is any help, what you've done is you've dedicated your life to a primitive superstition, and it's neutered you. It's made you ineffective. It's made you incapable of reaching out to the world, dealing with others as equals, and really making a positive difference in the world. So watch out for these primitive superstitions. It kills people.